Knowing about passive versus active learning strategies can make all the difference for you in nursing school. And I'd say that less than half of tutoring students that I work with know the difference or have even ever heard of this. And yet, almost all of them are using passive learning strategies, which are the worst. Passive learning strategies are where you're just passively receiving the information. This is not the same thing as not doing work. You can be very busy and studying very hard, yet you're still using passive learning strategies. Some examples are reading the textbook, listening to lecture, reviewing the PowerPoint slides, highlighting and flashcards, even watching YouTube videos. And right now you're probably like, but that's all there is, Nicole. How else am I supposed to study? You literally named everything. It's because the specific techniques you use for studying are not as important as the overarching strategy you use for studying. And you can use pieces of these individual techniques like reading the textbook or listening to a lecture or using PowerPoint slides, as long as you're approaching them with active learning strategies, which again, most nursing students don't naturally do because in our US education system, you're just not trained to do that. You're trained to use passive learning strategies. But in nursing school, that's not going to cut it. I think you figured that out already. Instead, you have to find ways to interact with the material. For example, pose a question in your head and then look up the answer in the textbook after you try to predict what that answer would be. You are probably thinking right now, you're crazy, Nicole. I can't do that because I don't know the answer. That's the whole problem in nursing school. That's just because you haven't been taught about the silver bullet study system yet. Because here's the truth. You're an adult. You know a lot more than you think you do. You just haven't learned how to trust your brain yet. And you have all the critical thinking skills you need. You just need to learn how to apply them to the new nursing content that you're studying now. And when somebody shows you how to do that effectively, then you're going to be using active learning strategies naturally. If you think this is something you need help with, head on over to my bio link and get my free Silver Bullet Study System intro video. It's 10 minutes and I go through every single step, 4 steps of the Silver Bullet Study System so that you can start using it today. Because there is stuff you have to know in nursing school, and steps 1 and 2 help you identify what that is. But then the rest of it is learning how to think about it. It's very active learning strategies, and that's in step 3 and 4 of the Silver Bullet Study System. Because just think about it this way. If somebody just passively lifted your arm up and down, yeah, your range of motion might be okay, but you're not building any strength. But if you pick up a weight and you start doing bicep curls, now your muscles are getting strong. If you're just passively expecting your instructor to teach you what you need to know, it's like you're expecting her to lift your arm up and down and grow muscle. What you have to do is you have to pick up that content for yourself, wrestle with it a little bit, and then before you know it, you're going to be thinking like a nurse. If you'd like more help with that and more tips for nursing school, make sure you give me a follow too.